Welcome to Hanoi's Old Quarter, a magical place where history, culture, and legends all come together. This vibrant area is the beating heart of the city, where every corner tells a story. Did you know that Hanoi's Old Quarter is over 1,000 years old? Walking through these streets is like stepping into a living museum, where every corner tells a story, every alley hides a legend, and every dish carries centuries of tradition. We had the incredible opportunity to stay multiple times in Hanoi's Old Quarter, and were always amazed by its lively, bustling atmosphere. Inspired by its energy, we created this video to capture its unique charm. Whether you're planning to visit or simply want to learn more about this historic district, we thought this would give you a bit of history. For first-time travelers, staying in the Old Quarter is highly recommended due to its proximity to major attractions, vibrant activities, and affordability. Join us on an extraordinary journey as we uncover the hidden stories, rich cultural heritage, ancient origins, distinctive architecture, and captivating local traditions of this fascinating neighborhood. But first, have you ever heard of the phrase 36 Po Phuong? It's more than just a nickname. It's a window into Hanoi's past. Let's dive in.
The story of Hanoi's Old Quarter dates back over 1,000 years to the reign of the Lai dynasty in the 11th century. At the time, Hanoi was called Thang Long, meaning ascending dragon, a name that symbolized power and prosperity. As the capital of Vietnam, Thang Long quickly became a thriving commercial hub, attracting merchants, artisans, and craftsmen from all over the country. What made this district truly unique was its organized system of trade streets, where each street specialized in a particular craft or product. This structure gave rise to the famous phrase 36 Po Phuong, meaning 36 streets. However, there's an interesting twist. There weren't actually just 36 streets. In Vietnamese culture, the number 36 symbolized wealth and prosperity, rather than an exact count. In reality, the Old Quarter had over 50 interconnected streets, each home to different guilds of artisans and traders. Some of the most famous include Hang Bac, Silver Street, known for its skilled silversmiths, Hang Dao, Silk Street, a center for luxurious silk trading, and Hang Ma, Paper Offering Street, where colorful votive paper is still sold for traditional ceremonies. Even today, as you wander through the narrow, winding alleys of the Old Quarter, you'll find traces of this centuries-old trading tradition. Many shops are still family-run businesses, preserving the same crafts and skills passed down through generations. You can see artisans meticulously crafting silver jewelry, silk vendors showcasing handmade AO dye dresses, and families carefully folding paper offerings, a living testament to Vietnam's rich cultural heritage.
One of the most striking features of Hanoi's Old Quarter is its architecture. It's a fascinating blend of traditional Vietnamese design, Chinese influence, and French colonial charm. Let's start with Hanoi's famous tube houses. Take a look at the frontage of these houses on the screen. At first glance, they may seem narrow, but don't be fooled. They extend incredibly deep, creating long and surprisingly spacious interiors. This unique architectural style dates back to a time when property taxes were calculated based on the width of a building's street-facing frontage. To minimize costs while still accommodating growing families and businesses, homeowners built upward and inward rather than expanding outward. As a result, these buildings, often called tube houses, became a defining feature of Hanoi's Old Quarter, blending practicality with the city's rich cultural heritage. Then there are the stunning French colonial buildings, a legacy of Hanoi's past under French rule. Their pastel-colored facades, adorned with balconies and grand windows, stand in elegant contrast to the traditional wooden shophouses lining the streets. And hidden among them are ancient temples and communal houses, like Bac Ma Temple, built in the 9th century to honor a mystical white horse that, according to legend, guided the construction of Hanoi's fortress. Imagine walking past these places every day knowing they've stood the test of time for centuries.
But what truly brings the Old Quarter to life is its people and traditions. Here, mornings begin with the aroma of fresh pho, as vendors serve steaming bowls to locals seated on tiny plastic stools. And have you ever tried egg coffee, Xa Phe Trung? This Hanoi-born creation is a silky blend of whipped egg yolk and robust Vietnamese coffee, a must-try for any visitor. But beyond the food, hidden alleys reveal stories of artisans crafting lacquerware, women weaving silk, and families making traditional paper offerings just as their ancestors did generations ago. One street you shouldn't miss, Hang Trong, famous for its handcrafted drums used in temples and traditional festivals. Some families here have been drum makers for over 300 years.
Hanoi's Old Quarter would be incomplete without mentioning Hoan Kiem Lake, an iconic landmark deeply tied to the city's identity. Known as the Lake of the Returned Sword, this tranquil expanse of water sits between the Old Quarter and the French Quarter, serving as a symbolic bridge between Hanoi's ancient heritage and colonial history. More than just a scenic spot, the lake is steeped in a legend dating back to the 15th century, a tale of divine intervention and national heroism. With its rich folklore, historical significance, and cultural prestige, Hoan Kiem Lake remains an essential part of the Old Quarter's enduring legacy. The legend of Hoan Kiem Lake is one of Vietnam's most treasured folk tales, deeply embedded in the nation's history and cultural identity. During the 15th century, when Vietnam was under Ming Dynasty rule, a pivotal moment changed the course of history. According to legend, the Golden Turtle God bestowed a magical sword upon Emperor Le Loi, granting him the power to lead his people to victory. This divine weapon, known as Thuan Tien, the Will of Heaven, was said to possess supernatural strength, aiding Le Loi in his battle against the Chinese Ming invaders and ultimately restoring Vietnam's independence. Following his triumph, Emperor Le Loi returned to the lake, where an enormous golden turtle surfaced from the still waters to reclaim the sword. Understanding that his mission was complete, the emperor graciously returned the weapon, and from that day forward, the lake was named Ho Hoan Kiem, Lake of the Returned Sword, also known as Ho Quoc. This legend symbolizes not only Vietnam's resilience and independence, but also the sacred connection between nature and destiny in Vietnamese folklore. Due to this revered tale, the Hoan Kiem Lake turtle holds a special place in Vietnamese culture. Many believed that a real giant softshell turtle, once residing in the lake, was an incarnation of the legendary divine turtle. This sacred creature became a symbol of Hanoi, drawing both locals and tourists who sought to catch a glimpse of it. This legendary event became a profound symbol of peace and prosperity for Vietnam. Ever since, the turtles of Hoan Kiem Lake have been regarded as sacred guardians of the nation's sovereignty and symbols of good fortune. Sadly, on January 19, 2016, the last known giant softshell turtle of the lake passed away, marking the end of an era. To preserve its cultural and historical significance, the revered Ho Quoc turtle was carefully embalmed and is now displayed at the Vietnam Museum of Nature, where it remains a lasting tribute to one of Vietnam's most cherished legends. Even today, Hoan Kiem Lake remains the heart of Hanoi, drawing visitors to its peaceful waters, ancient temples, and the iconic Turtle Tower, which stands as a silent guardian of this legendary tale. Whether you visit at sunrise, when the lake is enveloped in a golden glow, or in the evening, when city lights dance upon its surface, you can't help but feel the weight of history and mythology that lingers in the air.
Today, Hanoi's Old Quarter is where the past and present collide. This vibrant district, once a hub of ancient trade and traditions, now thrives as a cultural and economic heartbeat of the city, where centuries-old heritage blends seamlessly with modern life. By day, the Old Quarter is a historical treasure trove, with its French colonial facades, traditional temples, and artisanal shops that have passed down their craft for generations. But when the sun sets, a completely different energy awakens. The narrow alleys transform into a vibrant nightlife hub, with bustling night markets, hidden speakeasies, and streets lined with sizzling street food stalls. Want to experience the Old Quarter like a local? Here are 3 things you can't miss. Take a cyclo ride through the bustling streets and soak in the charm of the 36 Po Phuong, the legendary 36 streets, named after the traditional trades that shaped this area. Visit Dong Xuan Market, Hanoi's largest and oldest market. Whether you're looking for silk, handicrafts, or a quick bite of crispy spring rolls, this place has it all. If you're in Hanoi on the weekend, be sure to visit the vibrant night market, held every weekend evening. Stretching from Hang Dao Street to Dong Xuan Market, this bustling pedestrian street comes alive with crowds of locals and tourists. Whether you're strolling through or hunting for unique finds, the market offers a lively atmosphere that has become a cherished tradition for Hanoians. Catch the sunrise at Hoan Kiem Lake, a moment of tranquility in the heart of the city where locals practice Tai Chi, and the water reflects the first golden rays of daylight. The Old Quarter isn't just a historical site, it's the very soul of Hanoi. Its maze-like streets and nearly identical houses can make navigation tricky, at least for us. So don't forget to use Google Maps. Whether you're a history buff, a foodie craving local delicacies, or a night owl soaking in the lively atmosphere, this timeless district has something for everyone. We would love to hear about your experiences if you've been here before. Please share your thoughts in the comment section.
And there you have it. Hanoi's Old Quarter isn't just a place, it's a living storybook of Vietnam's history, culture, and resilience. So when you visit, don't just admire the sights. Immerse yourself in the stories they whisper through the centuries. Want more fascinating travel content? Click the video on your screen for more incredible insights. For more travel tips and deep cultural explorations, be sure to check out our channel. If you enjoyed this journey, like, share, and subscribe for more engaging and informative content. See you in the next adventure.